This video contains spoilers for PJO, HOO, and TOA. Hello everyone, I am here in the Builder DA Brick Shop, and today I reread the Percy Jackson Heroes of Olympus series. For those of you who don't know, Percy Jackson is split up into three series: PJO, which is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, HOO, Heroes of Olympus, and TOA, Trials of Apollo. There's also a Magnus Chase series, the Kane Chronicles, and a lot more that I don't know. But we're focusing on HOO, the Heroes of Olympus, right now, because I made 9 characters from that series in Lego. Made a couple of builds for some of them. Here we go. The first figure I made is the man himself, Percy Jackson. This build that I made is actually inspired by the Last Olympian, Book 5 of PJO. It's the part where Percy is fighting the Titan Hyperion, and he, summons a tiny little hurricane around him. So, I kind of used these two blue arch pieces to make the hurricane, and one of these really big, blue dome pieces that come in the Arctic sets to make the rain. Percy just has some blue pants. He's got, obviously he loves blue, old tradition with him and his mom. He's got a blue shirt and some very good armor that I got from a Stone Warrior J. Why is my camera going all crazy? Percy's got that nice black swept over hair and some green eyes, or specifically sea green if you read the books, like I did. For the sword, I gave him a Knock-Loose, also known as Riptide. This is not the best Riptide I could have given him. I could have given him a different one, but I gave it to Reyna instead because I thought that Reyna would have a fancier one because she is, Praetor of the 12th Legion. Next up is Frank. I believe you pronounce his last name as Zhang? Zhang? I think it's Zhang. I don't know for sure. But, for Frank, we got some really nice textured, black pants going. I gave him a ripped shirt that I got from a Kai set. I reviewed that set on my channel. It's the Kai vs. Skulkin pack. I'll link it in the description. But I gave him the ripped shirt because when he turns into animals, his shirt, and clothes, and whatever else he's wearing just kind of melts into what he turns into. So I'm always like, how is his clothes not totally ripped when he transforms back? And it's also kind of muscular because he gets that huge growth spurt in the House of Hades book, book 4 of HOO. He's also an archer, and he really wanted Apollo to claim him, but nope, it was Mars. So I gave him a quiver and a bow and arrow. He's also been through a couple fires, so I gave him scarred eyebrows and the J hair, because that matches pretty well with what he has. Next up is Piper McLean. She was introduced in the Lost Hero, and for book 1 of HOO, and for her minifigure, I gave her this yellow fang. It's supposed to be her celestial bronze dagger Catoptris, which was originally the dagger of Helen of Troy. Piper can see the future in it, which is very cool. For her pants and shirt, I took an inspiration from her dad's Cherokee origins and gave her this nice looking turquoise belt and a Native American leather shirt and necklace. She's got brown hair, which I put back up in a ponytail, and I use this face because it had the right amount of makeup to seem Aphrodite-like, which is her mom, but it wasn't too much makeup like this face was. I would use this face if I were going to make Drew, but Drew does not deserve a face or being made into a minifigure. So yeah, that's Piper McLean. Next up here, we got Annabeth Chase, Percy Jackson, and Percy Jackson's girlfriend and eventual wife, if she's the daughter of Athena. Basically, for her character, yes, I know, she has curly blonde hair, but I don't have a curly blonde hair piece, so I gave her straight blonde hair. And the face is just a face, because I don't really have any faces with gray eyes, specifically. She's always described as wearing jeans and an orange shirt, but I don't have an orange shirt that I can find to give her. My best bet is this Stormtrooper shirt. But A, it's missing a hand, and B, it's a Stormtrooper. Stormtroopers are Star Wars, and I'm not doing the Star Wars thing for Percy Jackson. Anyway, I gave her this torso because the torso really looks like kind of like the armor and the Dracon like skin and bone thing that she was wearing when she came out of Tartarus in the House of Hades with Percy. And I gave her her knife that is the cursed blade. Luke stabbed himself with it. Yada yada. That's all in the last Olympian. Next up is Hazel Levesque. She is the daughter of Pluto, and she's got wicked crazy powers over the mist, which is like the veil that conceals all the Greek stuff from real life, so mortals don't see it. It's kind of crazy. I gave her the horse Arian to ride. He's like a speed demon, so fast he can go right across water, goes up vertical. He is very, 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 very fast. He also eats gold nuggets, which is no problem for Hazel because she can summon bits of gold. I gave her some red pants because red is like kind of a good theme color of the Legion, the 12th Legion. Orange shirt. The shirt doesn't really have too much of a meaning. It had like all these pouches on it, which kind of would work for Hecate, but I couldn't really think of something of a good shirt to give Hazel. Little nervous looking face because she's coming out of the 1930s, still getting used a little bit to her new surroundings, and some long brown hair. And I gave her a cavalry sword because she is a horse rider. Yeah. Next up, we got Reina Avila Ramirez Averlano. I believe is how you pronounce her name. She's a daughter of Bellona, and she is praetor of the 12th Legion in Fulminata. I don't know her full title. Right here is her dog, Arum. This figure is taking place immediately after the battle with Lycaon in the Blood of Olympus, not Lycaon, Pompeii, the one in Pompeii with the earthen shell ghosts, where one of the ghosts hits her dog Argentum so hard that his head gets twisted sideways. Since I don't have a dog whose face does that, I'm gonna give her just Arum. And for those of you who don't know, Arum in Latin means gold, and Argentum in Latin means silver. So that's a cool fun fact right there. And the dogs are made according to that material, and they can also smell lies. For Reina herself, I wanted to give her a purple cape, but I don't have a purple cape, so I gave her purple pants, because purple is like a color of power in Roman mythology. In Rome, I gave her this really nice sword because she is praetor of the 12th Legion Fulminata, so she got the nicer sword than Percy. And I gave her some yellow golden armor, like I said, because she's praetor. She's got like this really serious face because she is very serious. She goes on to become a hunter of Artemis in the Tyrant's Tomb, which is in the Trials of Apollo series. And she's got long dark hair. Next up is Nico D'Angelo, coming out of, I believe it was the 1960s. His mom was killed by Zeus, I think it was. Yeah, Zeus. He was mad at Hades for breaking the pact and giving birth with his mom to Nico and Bianca. Have a bunch of Percy Jackson lore in there for you. So Matt Pack, get down there, start literature theory. Yes, please. Thank you. That's very good. But for Nico himself, he's got these like bone keychain on his jeans, where it's all black. He's the one emo kid. He's got this really cool leather jacket with the skull decal on it. Looks really good. Some dark hair because he did have a crush on Percy for a while, so he has the same hairstyle as Percy, but obviously with much more serious eyes because he's a more jaded kid. He also has a sword made of Stygian iron, which gives it this really nice shiny black color. It's got like this white handle and a really cool black skull on it. So overall, Nico D'Angelo, very good figure. Penultimately, taking inspiration from his picture on the cover of the Blood of Olympus, at least my copy, here's a pic. We've got Jason Grace, brother of Talia Grace, son of Jupiter, praetor of the 12th Legion Fulminata. I forgot to mention Frank Zhang was also a praetor of the 12th Legion Fulminata. I totally forgot about that. Percy Jackson was also a praetor of the 12th Legion Fulminata. Come to think about it, there's been a lot of praetors. Hazel was also a praetor. Whatever, let's get into the minifigure. So, as I was saying, shot from the book, the cover, there is a big lightning blast going right, literally through Jason, coming out on his hands, out his feet to strike anything that's trying to kill him and his friends at that time. For the minifigure himself, I gave him some light blue pants for some jeans, this shirt with the lightning going right out through it. He's got some glasses and his blonde hair. And yeah, it's kind of hard to miss a big giant dragon, especially when that dragon is literally named Happy the Dragon. Yeah, Leo Valdez found this dragon in the woods and named him Festus, which translates in Latin to happy. And then he proceeded to take Jason and Piper on a quest, riding on the back of Festus the dragon. It was pretty funny. But for the Leo minifigure, ignore the handcuffs. Those are on him so he can, like, pilot the dragon easier. I gave him a hammer and a piece of fire because son of Hephaestus, flame wielder, yeah. He's got messy brown hair. He's got, like, a band-aid because he's gotten a fair couple of accidents. He's got a blacksmith shirt and some messy pants. But let's deal with the elephant in the room. Festus, Happy the Dragon. Festus is supposed to be like a gold, a celestial bronze kind of color. I don't have a lot of that, so I just did what I could. He can fly up. You got hands. He can actually grab stuff. You got feet. Everything's got claws. He's got a really much toothed mouth, and there's red in that mouth. It's getting ready to blast some fire out. Really flashy golden wings. Every time I say that, I'm reminded of the quote from The Blood of Olympus where Leo's like, "Can you fold your flappers, lady?" Because he's talking about Nike having like giant golden wings. And when I say Nike, I mean the goddess of victory. Pretty good design. I tried to make it look as mechanical as I could because it is an automaton dragon. I gave him these nice fiery tail design. So, the whole thing looks very good. There's enough room for 3 people to sit on it. 1, 1, and 1. So, all in all, it's a very good dragon. I did not remember to put a button right behind his knee, but now I did. So, now if Leo were to hit that button, Festus would fold up into a suitcase. And it's great design. But, yeah, those are Festus and Leo Valdez. So, what did you think of my Percy Jackson minifigures as characters as Lego? I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm slowly crawling up on and getting all of my interests down in Lego. We started with the drums in the Two Truths and a Lie. Then we did karate in the last episode, and now we're doing books and Percy Jackson in this one. I just can't wait to get all of my interests in YouTube. It's just so much fun. I love the Jason minifigure with the lightning was really tricky. It kept falling apart. It's still really fragile. But the dragon looks so good now that I finished it. And all these minifigures just look absolutely incredible. If you want to see a part 2 where I make either more characters or gods from the series, then comment below, like the video, subscribe if you want to see that stuff. And that's pretty much it. Bye!